For the second day in a row, we reached out to the St. Louis County Police Custodian of Records for more information on D'Angelo Dorsey's criminal background. We emailed and called.
Welcome to the St. Louis County Police Department, Bureau of Central Police Records.
Still, our only communication was with an answering machine. I reached out to him yesterday but never heard back until someone from their office replied to our emails saying we would need Dorsey's social security number for a full conviction check, which we don't have. We did submit a request for criminal background check through the Missouri State Highway Patrol and are waiting on those results. But we do know from our search on the Missouri courts website that Dorsey had previously pled guilty to robbery in 2013 and unlawful possession of a firearm in 2014. So we called the Missouri Probation and Parole offices.
You have reached the communications office at the Missouri Department of Corrections. Please leave your name and number, and we will get back with you.
Their office did get back to me. They say Dorsey served 5 years at the Missouri Department of Corrections for the robbery and gun charges, but was released on parole last November, under parole supervision until May of next year. But his corrections case management files are closed, so we don't know if he had permission to travel across state lines when he came to Tennessee this weekend. That's when the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation says Dorsey shot and killed Philip Jordan Stevens on Sunday in front of his pregnant wife.
I can't imagine why this happened, because they're going to church. They were going to church when this happened. And now he's gone.
Family friend Carol Rutledge says he died a hero.
If you're going to take anybody, Jordan wanted to take him and not his child, leave his wife and child.
We're told his wife is recovering in the hospital. She and the baby girl are expected to be okay.
An update now as the last man connected to the Holly Bobo murder case pleaded guilty today and was sentenced to 8 years in prison. But Fox 17 News has learned he will be released from jail later this week. Our Harriet Wallace is following this case and explains why prosecutors signed off on this deal.
It's really quite simple. Jason Autry, the last man connected to Holly Bobo's murder and kidnapping, agreed to give testimony about the other suspects in exchange for lesser time in jail. And today, that's exactly what he got. Jason Autry, the man lawyers on both sides of the case call a key witness in this trial, pleaded guilty to solicitation of first-degree murder and facilitation of aggravated kidnapping. A judge sentenced him to 8 years, but he'll receive credit for the time he served in jail during the trial. This essentially means he'll be released from jail in the next few days. Lawyers said without Autry's testimony, they never would have known where Bobo was murdered, the location of the weapon used in her murder, or key details about the role Zach Adams and his brother Dylan Adams played in her murder. An attorney supporting the family said Bobo's parents support the deal that will let one of their daughter's killers go free.
The people outside looking in, they just need to know one thing. Karen and Dana Bobo, they support this guilty plea. It was their daughter and it's their life that's been through hell, literally hell, for the last 9 years. And they're standing side by side in us in the courtroom, understanding and asking this judge to accept this guilty plea and bring closure to this litigation.
I've seen a drastic change on Mr. Autry since I've handled this case, which has been quite a long time. I think he has plans to show that he can be a productive member of society. He's very remorseful for what's happened, and he wants to lead a good life.
Autry's attorney said he's returned to Riverbend. That was shortly after being sentenced today to begin being processed to be released from jail. And after that, his attorney said they will not share where Autry will be living out of concerns for his safety.
Well, still watching Hurricane Sally. That is the biggest concern along the Gulf Coast this evening as it is inching forward. I mean, maybe 2 to 3 miles per hour over the past couple of hours. That's how fast it's been moving. We'll be looking at here this to make landfall as we head into the overnight. But tropical satellite here showing in motion how close it is to land, but now starting to see a little bit of an eye form, a well-defined eye just off the coast, still about 70 miles south of Mobile. And as we inch more into tomorrow, expected to make landfall sometime tomorrow morning along either the Alabama or Florida coastline. Looks to be somewhere along just south of Mobile, really, in Alabama. This is going to move forward, but because it is pushing so slowly to the north, Flooding is going to be a big concern down along the coast and then eventually into central Alabama and northern Georgia. The track remains south of Tennessee, which is good for us here in Middle Tennessee. It keeps the rain threat down and our impact overall on the low side here. Now, I don't expect a track shift really to occur as far as a significant shift north, but it's still something we'll need to keep an eye on as we move forward. For now, our code red threat level is all clear with any remnants that we see here. We're going to get clipped most likely by the rain pushing in. Best chance for rain as we head towards Thursday. That's really going to be our day to see any kind of moisture from this system. Will be for folks along the Cumberland Plateau, McMinnville, Tullahoma, Crossville. But notice right on the corner, the edge of your screen, you can see heavier amounts of rain are going to be well south and east of us, more towards Georgia. So let's put this in motion. This is overnight into tomorrow. Notice the heavy rain throughout the peninsula of Florida Panhandle, I should say, and into Alabama. Then we move into Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. All of that rain pushing through Atlanta into northern Georgia, and again getting clipped by the system here as this cold front pushes in. Now we can thank the cold front for pushing Sally away from Tennessee, keeping us mainly dry. On the back side of that front, we will dry out for the day on Friday. As we head into the weekend, the last weekend of summer, I might add, it's looking fall-tastic, I'll say. We'll talk more about how low the temperatures could be for your weekend. It's coming up in your Fox 17 Code Red forecast.